He was born December 12th, 1993, and he died on May 20th, 2017. He's now First Lieutenant Richard Collins III. He was posthumously promoted to First Lieutenant. I keep his picture on my desk. I've had it here since his mother and father came to my office and I met with them for the very first time. That was the first family I met with as state's attorney. It was, I knew, the biggest case that I was going to have, at least in my first term here as state's attorney. And it was a case that was very near and dear to me. I mean, I went to the University of Maryland. So, and I knew that there was racial tension on the campus even then. And so for this to happen on a campus that I walked on at one point, it touched me. But meeting the parents changed really, it changed me in a way that it really defined who I was going to be and how I was going to operate as state's attorney, because I had to look, a family, a mother and a father in the eyes and tell them that we were going to honor their son and that we were going to seek justice for him. I could not make any guarantees. I couldn't. But I did tell them that I was going to honor their son. During that trial, it was emotional. As you might remember, there was a time where one of the charges, the hate crime charge, was dismissed by the judge. And I knew that the family really believed that he should have been convicted of a hate crime. Now, the lead charge in that case was first-degree murder, and so that's what we had to focus on. But we also presented, we thought, enough evidence to show hate. But the way that the statute was written was very limiting, and it was almost never applied to any case in Maryland. And so I had to suck it up. After I found out that the judge dismissed it, I brought my prosecutors in who were handling the case. We talked about it, and we said, look, we still have really important charges moving forward. We're going to get that first degree in our head. That's what we were going for. And so when we got notice that there was a verdict, my heart was heavy. I was sitting in this office, and I was like, there's a verdict? Okay. So I prayed. I have my Bible near me. I prayed, and I walked down with my team and sat there, and something in me said that justice was going to happen that day. And it did. Getting that first-degree murder conviction, I think, just brought justice to now First Lieutenant Richard Collins, his family, but also our community, and really the country, because hate crimes have been on the rise around the country, and getting a conviction in this case, and I think sends the message that this type of hate will not be tolerated. And on the day that we announced the verdict, I said, and we're going to go to Annapolis and we're going to change the hate crime statute. And that was in December. By January, we had picked sponsors for our bill. We had written the bill. We had gotten support from a number of civil rights groups. And we went to Annapolis. We held a press conference. We did a lobby night. We worked the committees. We testified. We did it all. We knocked on doors. So we did it all. And we were successful in getting the bill passed. And so now there is a bill named after, well, it's called the Second Lieutenant Richard Collins III Act, because at the time he had not been promoted. But it is named after this handsome, just this handsome young man. And his legacy lives on through his parents, through a foundation that they set up, and really through this case and through this new law. I mean, he is going to live forever. Sorry.